Okay, so this week has not been going somewhat great. I don't even know. And I probably don't even want to talk about it. So, yeah, I would be talking about all the movies I had saw from 2022, and I'd be ranking them from worst to best. And by movies I saw in 2022, I'm talking about movies that were released in 2022, not every single movie I watched in 2022, that were both released in 2022 and were released in different years. Hope I made myself clear on that. But, unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to do what I did with my last video, which would be my best movies of 2021. Now I know why I have been having trouble trying to post these videos. I'd be making, like, a long-ass video that'd be, like, almost an hour long, in fact. Me just talking about 60 movies I had saw that were released in a year. Damn you, storage issues. And, yeah, I would like to talk about my thoughts on all movies, but since I would like to have this video finally posted, I'm just gonna be talking about the top 10 best movies of 2022. Plus, I should have already made this video, like, back in January. Actually, around, like, the end of December. Same goes for my best movies of 2021, except I should have made that most likely at, like, around the end of 2021, but I probably would have, my best chance of making that video probably would have been around January 2022. As for this, yeah, I could have made this either by the end of 2022 or just earlier this year, but around January of 2023. Alright, let's hope that I don't have to go through the same situation with my best movies of 2023, because either I make that, like, actually, no, I don't want to make that around, like, next year, unless I have to, but by the end of this month, I would like to make my top 10 best movies of 2023, but I will also do a ranking list on there. Like, how by the end of this video, you'll see my ranking list from worst to best of all the movies I saw in 2022. And I wish I was doing this in categories, since surprisingly last year there were like a bunch of guilty pleasure movies for me, and same can go for here, but just top 10 is just what's just gonna have to do. I mean, I first time with my 2021, I was trying to do like, I definitely was trying to do categories of like best movies, worst movies, Netflix films, horror movies, just, yeah, I'm just gonna have to do top 10. We shall see how my 2023 list will go, unless it'll be the same as this. Unless I do the categories separately. Who knows? We shall see. They'll probably be in TikTok shorts, for all I know. But yeah, oh well, guess I can't cover categories of each movies, like how 3C Films does it with, like, guilty pleasures, surprising movies, disappointing movies, and then best movies, which would be his favorite movies. But still, I should be doing things my way, right? I mean, both are optional, because everyone does it. As I'm assuming every YouTuber has like a category of movies they have on their list, like top 10 best movies, top 10 worst movies, top 10 disappointing movies, top 10 disappointing. You get the idea. But anyways, enough chit chat. Let's get on with my top 10. And coming to number 10, like actually, my top 10 ranking list. I should probably mention this before I get started. Actually, hold on, one more thing I should mention. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last one, but so my list, both of these ranking lists are definitely going to be changing up a bit if I see a movie I have not seen that came out in that year. Like, for example, say if I watched Paw Patrol that came out in 2021, but I saw that now, I'm going to be placing that somewhere on that list. And whatever you saw on my ranking list, yeah, that's all going to change and all that. Same could go for 2022. Like, for example, if I saw, hold on, give me a sec. I have had this movie in my shelf for pretty much over a year now, and I still have not seen it. Why have I not seen it? And why did I even bought this movie if I wasn't gonna bother watching it? Oh no, I want to watch this movie. I've been dying to check this movie out. I just had, you know what? I might watch this tonight. Actually, no, I promised my mom I'd watch The Creator. And actually, I gotta go to sleep. I kind of missed school today because I was up late trying to watch The Creator, just so I could tweet out my thoughts on it. Mainly because the Twitter emoji leaves tomorrow, and by leave tomorrow, like it'll disappear. Its last day on Twitter will be just. There's a hashtag, account that I follow that lets me know when they're gonna be active or not. So basically, it won't be active anymore by tomorrow, pretty much. But hey, at least I tweeted it out. I mean, it's not my... Okay, I'm getting off topic. I may watch this sometime... Actually, I may just bring this with me to Florida, and I can just watch with my brother. We'll just cover a review on it. But I know there's a few reviews I would like to cover with my brother. One will be the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and then, other movies, like John Wick Chapter 1 to 3, but also one that happens to be on my number 10 spot, which I'm going to get to it in a sec. So you get the idea. Basically, my list is going to be changing a bit if I see a movie that came out this year and like, okay, where do I place this at? So if you want to see my ranking list, be sure to follow me on Letterboxd, which, yeah, this is, I think, my username, but if you have trouble finding that, I'll be sure to put a link in the description below. Actually, in fact, to make things easier for you, I'm going to put my ranking list of all 2022 films I saw in the description below, like I did with my last one. Anyways, that being said, let's just get on with my number 10 list. So, yeah, my list was definitely different. I originally had Black Adam on there, but unfortunately, with everything that happened recently, I mean, it's a guilty pleasure movie for me. It just sucks knowing how that, like, everything that was set up in that movie is never gonna come into fruition. Damn it, James Gunn. Alright, sorry about that. I went to go grab my jug because it's kind of freezing, and, water because I am terribly thirsty. I guess you ask why I just do that. It's just to wash my teeth because I now have braces, in case y'all didn't know that. By the way, always drink water, folks. Anyways, coming number 10 was a movie that surprised me. I forgot how I even checked this out. Like, what got me interested in checking this out in theaters last year. So, this is something I would like to say for my review, as I may do a review for this with my brother. I was supposed to do this a while ago, but I mentioned, like, hey, you want us to watch this movie? As soon as I arrived there, and it was like, alright, bet, the W movie. Like, I was texting my brother about this on Instagram, and, I don't know if he's seen it. No, I don't think he hasn't seen it, but that may be the best part, just for us to cover a review for it together. And, what movie am I talking about that's on my top 10? Movie I did not think, like, why is a movie like this on my top 10 list? Oh, because I just had a lot of fun with it. That is Violent Night. Yeah, I went to go see this in theaters on December 1st, actually. This is a movie I was expecting just to watch on Friday, but my mom just had, like, if I remember correctly, my mom was, like, in such a good mood. She, like, oh, let's go see a movie together, and we picked Violent Night. I forgot how I ended up seeing this in theaters. I know I saw a trailer for it, and I'm like, okay, may check this out or not. And once I saw it, let's just say I expected to like it, but I came out loving this movie. So yeah, I could say this is definitely one of the most surprising movies from last year, but I got like 2 big ones that are on my list. Technically, this would be 3. I have like 3, but no, there are two big ones that really surprised me. And one of them's on like higher on the list. So I'll talk about my general thoughts with the movie, but no, this movie was a lot of fun for me. I had a blast watching this in theaters. Yeah, Violent Night is going on number 10 on my list. Coming number 9 would be Chip and Dale. Yeah, I saw 3C Films cover a review for this. Like, I was aware about this movie. I didn't know if I was gonna check it out or not, but once I saw his review for it, he was praising it. Like, he gave it a 3C guarantee, which is like a 10 out of 10 in his review scales, but just, no, he overall enjoyed the movie, and yeah, his review kind of convinced me to check it out, and once I saw it, yeah, I had a fun time watching this movie, especially with all the good cameos in there, especially a certain one that I wish I was not spoiled on, but, I did cover a review for this, right? But no, I enjoyed the movie overall, along with its different animation styles that were mixed into it. It's been like a year now. Why have I not watched this again? I know I saw it like once or twice, but like, no, this is a fun movie. But yeah, I can also say there's another movie that surprised me. But if I were doing like a ranking list of movies that surprised me from last year, this would be at like the bottom-ish. But no, this was a movie that definitely surprised me because I probably wasn't too interested in it until I saw 3C Films' review and was like, okay, he liked it, I'm gonna go check it out. But coming number 8, possibly another surprise for me. Everyone has been talking about it nonstop, and I'm like, okay, well, wait, hold on, what's the big deal about this movie? And that is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which would be Puss in Boots 2, of course. If y'all didn't know that, which you probably did. Now, of course, I did cover a review for this, along with my brother, who was visiting at the time for Christmas. But, I've been hearing people praising this movie nonstop, as it had animation similar to Spider-Verse, which, yeah, it pretty much did, in fact. But everyone had been praising this basically one of the best animated films that came out last year, and I'm like, okay, hold up, what's so good about this movie that it's literally peak cinema? Once I saw it in theaters with my brother, I did do a vlog for that, as we picked him up from the airport, and then we got dropped off and saw the movie. Once we saw it, I was blown away, and yeah, I could say this was another movie that surprised me, but will probably be above Chip and Dale. I should probably do a top 5 most surprising movies of 2022. I'm starting to think most of these movies on here are films that surprised me that I didn't expect to like, but end up loving. What I will say is, 1, it is definitely better than the first movie, I would say, and 2, it is definitely on par or bar, whatever the word is, with the first 2 Shrek films, and 3, it's got good memes, but besides the memes, death is just a straight-up menacing villain. And it's only been 1 year since that movie came out, and I have not heard that wolf's whistle since then. I spoke too soon. But no, seriously though, this is a movie I definitely enjoy. Like, we had 2 banger DreamWorks films that we got last year. One was The Bad Guys. I had a lot of fun with that one. But Puss in Boots 2, like 2022 was just DreamWorks this year. Like, I was just shocked of like, oh wow, DreamWorks pretty much took over 2022 with just only 2 films, and that was The Bad Guys and Puss in Boots 2. Now, 2023 wasn't too much of a hit year for them with Teenage Kraken and Trolls Band Again. I did enjoy Trolls 3 more than Teenage Kraken, but we shall see next year once we get Kung Fu Panda 4, which, by the way, when are we getting a trailer for that? I predicted we get it yesterday on Wednesday. Are we gonna get it tomorrow? Because I'm gonna go insane just by predicting random dates, as it is confirmed we're supposed to be getting it sometime this month. Well, when exactly? When are we gonna get the trailer for Kung Fu Panda 4? Coming number 7 is a streaming movie that I got to see in theaters a month before it was released on Netflix. And one I had a lot of fun with. And that movie would none other be Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery? I was about to say Knives Out Story, but I was like, no, wait, it had a different title. It was A Knives Out Mystery. But yeah, this would be a sequel to Knives Out. And I do wish this was straight to theaters, but Netflix pretty much bought the rights for 2 and 3. Now, I did get to see this in theaters, which I missed a little bit of, I guess, 10 minutes of the opening scene, as I think did I cover a movie vlog for this? I'm not too sure. Besides that, I was very happy that I got the chance to see this in theaters. Now, I may have missed a couple of minutes of it, but I made it. I got to see it in theaters. Now, it's not entirely confirmed if we're going to get Knives Out 3 next year, but if we do get it next year, please let it be released into theaters before it hits streaming, because I would like to see this in theaters like I did with Knives Out 2. But general thoughts, no, I had a lot of fun with this movie, because I happen to be a sucker for murder mystery films, and I cannot tell if I predicted who was the killer or not for this movie, but no, this was a lot of fun seeing this in theaters, and I was looking forward to see my brother's and mom's reactions to it once it hit on Netflix. And if I remember correctly, I think my mom possibly was able to figure out who the killer was. No, yeah, she definitely figured it out. I don't know how the hell she figured that out that easily. But no, I do enjoy what, I forgot his name. He directed The Last Jedi. But he's the director behind Knives Out and Glass Onion. No, I enjoy what he does with these movies. He is a genius when it comes to these type of murder mystery films. And just, that's what I'm trying to say is that, give me 10 more of these movies, please. I want 10 more Knives Out mysteries, pretty much. Just 10 more movies of Knives Out. Like, I want more of this. Give me more. When are we getting Knives Out 3? Next year? Because I got that on my most anticipated list somewhere on there, but I'm not too sure if it's entirely confirmed if it will come out next year, but I would like to know when we're going to get the next Knives Out movie. But coming number 6 was a movie that definitely surprised me that is higher, but I kind of have one that's above it. That is Bullet Train, which, what should I say about this movie? If I had to describe this movie, it'd be 2 words. Peak cinema. I expected to like this movie, and I came out loving it once I saw this in theaters, and yeah, I saw this in theaters twice. One was when I went to go see it, and I covered a short movie vlog for it. Then, second time was in IMAX on Cinema Day, which Cinema Day did not go well for me this year, but hey, there's always next year, so I'll try again next year. But back to topic. So, I saw this in IMAX, and just like, no, I had a lot of fun with this movie. This movie is just an absolute guilty pleasure for me. Like, I don't even care what people say about this. I had fun with it. This is a straight up 10 out of 10 for me. And once I watched this with my brother last year while he was also here, like, I knew he was going to enjoy this movie, especially with the Thomas and the Tank Engine references, because he happens to be a big fan of Thomas and the Tank Engine. No, I had a lot of fun watching this with my brother, and just, like, no, he enjoyed it as well. This movie is peak cinema. And yes, I'm aware it's got good memes, but no, literally, just, I had a lot of fun with this movie. It's definitely one of my favorite films from last year. But coming number 5 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. A movie that I have been excited to see since we had gotten the first one back in 2020. Mainly the post-credit scene that I was unfortunately spoiled about. And I was spoiled for this movie's post-credit scene. I would have much rather got spoiled for the Morbius post-credit scene. But I got spoiled for both post-credit scenes anyway, so, yeah. Both didn't, it just didn't work out for me either way. But back to topic. This was definitely one of my most anticipated films to come out of last year, and I was not disappointed with this one. This one is definitely a superior sequel to the first movie, as that, yeah, I had a lot of fun with the first one. Or, you know what, if I had to just say something about the Sonic movies, this is how I would say it in Nerd Out style, as one of the singers from Nerd Out said it like this. First was fast, second was faster. You'll know the lyrics once I play the song by the end of this video. Yes, I'm playing another Nerd Out song, but this time it's the 2022 big screen wrap-up, which will fit well with this video. And I definitely know for a fact I'm going to be doing another video like this, but with 2019, and that shall be the last time I play the 2019 wrap-up song. Because I can't be playing that over and over again with every video I make, whether it be most anticipated of this year or top 10 best movies of this year. But yeah, definitely do check out Nerd Out if you haven't. They make some banger songs. But no, what the best part about this movie was just seeing Tails and Knuckles in here. I mean, we only had gotten Sonic in the last one, which I did not mind, but in this one, we got to see just 2 more furry creatures. Why did I say it like that? So, you get what I'm trying to say here? Like, basically, just the 3 of them in here were the best parts of the entire movie. Even though Knuckles was kind of a little bit bad for mainly the first 2 acts until, like, the 3rd act when he turned good. Like, they were just the best parts of this movie. And I just kind of want to see more Sonic's friends enter the big train, which we might in the 3rd one. Who knows? Now, I may not know all the lore about Sonic the Hedgehog, but I like how the director is being very faithful to the games, as he's been faithful for the first 2 movies, and he's going to be very faithful for the 3rd one, and I'm intrigued to know what he's going to do with the 3rd one, as it, oh my god, we're getting the 3rd movie next year! And, it still blows my mind of how far we've come, because originally Sonic looked like this guy, and I did not mind it too much, but once we got the redesign, I'm like, okay, yeah, I definitely prefer this over the other one, but no, imagine if they didn't do the redesign. Like, this movie could have possibly bombed. We would not have gotten this masterpiece of a sequel, or even the 3rd Sonic movie with Shadow. Shadow's gonna be the main villain for the next movie. But thank God they changed this design, because we would have gotten Sonic 2 or 3, or even the Knuckles show. Which, when are we getting that? Sometime next year. But coming number 4 happens to be one of my most anticipated movies from last year. I almost said next year, but no, this is my number 1 most anticipated movie from last year, and that would be Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I could have added any other random movie on there. I don't know what was originally going to be on there, but I guess I couldn't make up my mind about it at the time or something. I don't know, but overall, eventually I did make up my mind, and I chose Wakanda Forever because main reason I had that on there was because to pay tribute to Chadwick, but most of all, I was intrigued to know how they were going to pull this off, since Chadwick was supposed to star in this movie, but he had passed away during the pandemic around 2020, which still sucks, by the way. So yeah, I was curious to know how they're going to pull this off, and yeah, once I saw this movie, I was satisfied with that. Namor was not only one of the best MCU villains we've seen on screen, which why can we not get a Namor movie? Because I would like to have a movie with Namor in it. Oh right, there's a Universal copyright thing. So though, I was intrigued to know how they're gonna pull this off, and no, yeah, I was satisfied with the final results of the movie. Ryan Coogler pulled it off, which it definitely must have been hard for everyone to film this movie without Chadwick. And I'm excited to see what they do with Black Panther 3, as they're definitely gonna make a 3rd Black Panther movie. But no, this was one that I definitely teared up a bit a couple of times when I saw this for my first 2 viewings. But no, this just, all I can say is that definitely one of the best MCU films we've gotten in Phase 4, mainly. And speaking about Phase 4, it had its ups and downs, but it did win out with a bang with Wakanda Forever, which, yeah, no, this is definitely a fantastic movie. Wakanda Forever. But coming number 3 was a movie that surprised the hell out of me. Similar with Cruella, as that was like the most surprising movie for me from 2021. This movie that's on my 3rd spot, yeah, I've been hearing folks talk about this nonstop. In fact, my dad addressed it to it after school was out around May. As soon as we were heading to wherever we were heading to, I did make vlog videos, of course, about it, of us going on a road trip. But no, I was bringing up about a movie that came out recently, and he was like, "Yeah, it's gotten good reviews." And I think I've mentioned this before on the channel. I'm not too sure, but the movie I'm talking about would be Top Gun Maverick, which I'm not too much of a fan of Top Gun. I don't have much nostalgia with it. And I watched the first movie. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I had a good time with it. But once I saw a second one, holy shit. All I was hearing about at the time was people just praising this movie nonstop. Basically one of the best films of 2022. And I'm like, okay, I may not know much about Top Gun, but well, hold on, what's so good about this movie that everyone is just giving it straight up 10 out of 10s? And once I addressed this in the car while we were heading somewhere for vacation as soon as school was out, I will never forget my dad's reaction once I brought it up. He's like, yeah, that movie's getting tons of good reviews and all that. Like, I forgot what he said exactly, but no, his reaction I'm just never going to forget. But I did saw this around June with Dad, Rylan, and Dee. This is another movie that isn't my type of movie. I know it stars Tom Cruise. I am a fan of Tom Cruise. And like I said, this is a movie that isn't my taste. But once I saw it, I ended up loving it. Like, this is... Like, I didn't know what was so good about this movie until I saw it in theaters, and I'm like, wow! Okay, now I get it. Like, now I get the hype around this. This movie's fantastic! And also, it has one of the best songs I've heard in just recent years, probably. Well, I don't know if it's, like, the best #1 song, but no. It was basically one of my favorite songs that came out last year, and this is a song I will definitely listen to every single summer, because it just fits well with just the summertime theme, I guess. And that'd be, I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Okay, I said I was never gonna sing again on like, what the hell's going? Next on the list, coming number 2nd. This is a movie that actually was on, I guess, was gonna be on my #1 list. Actually, I didn't know it was gonna be on my #1 list. I know I had Wakanda Forever as my most anticipated, but I wasn't sure that was gonna take the #1 spot. I didn't know what was gonna take the #1 spot. I mean, I knew what was gonna definitely take the #1 spot for 2021 as what happened to be one of my most anticipated movies from 2021, and I knew it was going to take the #1 spot. I knew. I knew. For this year, I didn't know what was going to take my #1 spot. I figured it would be The Batman, which, definitely one of the best Batman films, but possibly one of the best superhero films I've seen. Oh, wow, like, just, this movie is just everything. And yeah, this is most likely my favorite Batman. Like, I could go on talking about The Batman as, yeah, it's peak cinema. It's got good memes, does this have memes? I don't know, but still though. Like, I cannot wait for the Batman Part 2. Like, once 2024 rolls around, no, okay. For a second, I was like, wait, are we getting it next year? And they're like, no, wait, it's coming out in 2024. I'm like remembering, wait a minute, when does Superman Legacy come out? Both Superman and the Batman come out in 2025. Damn it! I wonder which one of those movies would take them on spot. Guess we shall see by the end of 2024. But no, Batman is just like, no, Bruce Wayne is just Batman 75% of the movie, as Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne 25% of the movie. Now, like, this has just the most Batman in it. Batman is just in a suit throughout the entire movie. But no, I could go on, just talk about the Batman. Like, literally, I could watch this every single March 4th, 2000-something, or just every Halloween. It's practically a Halloween movie, because the opening scene takes place around Halloween. But still, I could go on talking about how much I love the Batman, because just, wow. Just, wow. Like, I don't know what to say other than that. This was a movie I absolutely loved from last year. Definitely one of the best superhero films from last year. In fact, this was like the first superhero movie we got in 2022 besides Peacemaker, but that doesn't count because that's technically a TV show. But no, this is like the first superhero movie we got in 2022. And it just stayed #1 as we got the rest of the movies, like Multiverse of Madness, Morbius, Black Adam. I was about to say Black Widow or Black Panther. Oh, Black Panther's added on there as well. And DC Super Pets. But now all I can say is that this movie is a goddamn masterpiece. I love what Matt Reeves did, because this movie was also basically a murder mystery type thing. But no, basically, Batman was a detective throughout this movie. Something I've not seen in most Batman films. I'm like, oh my god, I like this. So he's a detective in the comics. Oh, okay, I like this version of the Batman. Like, no, I want to see more movies like this. So, Matt Reeves, direct 10 more Batman films. I will take a freaking saga. Screw a trilogy. Let's have a freaking saga of the Batman. 2 things I shall say before I move on. Actually, 3 things. 1, I love the Batman theme. I could listen to it on a loop. And 2nd, something in the way, I could also listen to that on a loop. And 3rd, we may have a competition here. What will take my #1 spot for most anticipated movies of 2025? Whether it be Superman Legacy or the Batman Part 2. Because that is, like, I cannot wait to see the Batman Part 2. And I'm glad it's happening and that it's going to be separate from James Gunn's DC Universe. And we are getting the Penguin show next year. I just forgot about that. But still, the Batman Part 2, I am extremely excited for. And let's hope Mr. Freeze is the main villain. Like, I know we've gotten Mr. Freeze before in live action. give me a better adaptation of him. I may have not seen Batman and Robin, but I've seen clips of Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. No, I want to see, like, I don't know. I don't know what Matt Reeves is going to be doing with the part 2 of the Batman, but no, oh god, I just cannot stop thinking about the Batman part 2, and who knows what will take the number 1 spot. And if Superman takes the number 1 spot, the Batman part 2 is going to take the 2nd spot. Anyway, so moving on. So yeah, like I said before, this movie is a freaking masterpiece. I absolutely love it. 10 out of 10. Peak cinema. Best superhero movie of 2022. But, what's on my number 1 list? So yeah, I didn't know I was going to take my number 1 list. Whether it be the Batman, Black Panther 2, or Top Gun. I don't know. But, let's just say this was a movie that, oh my god, this took the number 1 spot. And I guess the Batman was originally just going to take my number 1 spot. Like, alright, I don't know what's the best movie I've seen in 2022. I guess the Batman will take that spot. But, there was a movie I saw by the end of 2022 that I'm like, oh my god, nope, never mind, sorry Batman, but this movie is taking the number 1 spot. And that is Avatar 2. Where do I begin? So, if you're not seeing my most anticipated movies of 2022, I'd recommend watching that video real quick after this one. Actually, you know what? Go watch that video real quick. Rewind to the very end, and then come back to here. Because, this was a movie that was literally on the bottom of my list of movies I was anticipating to see. From most anticipated to, I'll check it out, since I'm interested. I mean, I'm not too excited about it, but since it's on my list, I'm gonna check it out since I did saw the first one. And, if you're not seeing my reviews for it, basically, before I saw Avatar in IMAX 3D back in September of last year, I pretty much thought the movie was overrated. I mean, I didn't know it was a big deal about it. I mean, I know I liked it as a kid, but I didn't get it. But once I saw it in IMAX 3D, no, yeah, I was blown away. And that moment, I then loved it. Before then, I pretty much just liked it. But once I saw it in IMAX 3D, no, I guess seeing it in IMAX 3D just changed my opinion about the movie. And after seeing that, I was a lot more excited to see Avatar 2. I mean, I was looking forward to it either way, but once I saw Avatar in IMAX, no, my level for excitement went up high. And once I saw Avatar 2, I officially declared myself as an Avatar fan. Which, by the way, I still need to collect all the Avatar Lego sets. I only have 2 sitting up on my shelf. Well, no, there's 1 on the shelf. Well, I have 2 on the shelf. 1's on top, 1 is in a box. But no, it blows my mind that this was on the bottom of my least anticipated. And by the time I saw it, it just took the number 1 spot. It was the least movie I was anticipated from last year. And it ended up becoming one of my most favorite movies from last year. Like, what the hell? Like, it's kind of funny how just that happened. Like, the fact I was not looking forward to this much, as I had to, like, this was on the bottom of my list. And once I saw it, it took the number 1 spot. Like, that just blows my freaking mind. Holy crap. But general thoughts? No, yeah, I love this movie. I am extremely excited for the 3rd one, which also comes out in 2025. Damn! What? Well, like, oh my god. Okay, a bit off topic, but 2024 may be a filler year. As 2025 may possibly be the greatest years of entertainment content. I saw a TikTok video about this, which I might as well play it real quick.
2025 is going to be the greatest year in the entertainment industry ever. So let's go through everything that we're gonna get in 2025 as of now. First up, Superman Legacy, the reboot of the DC Universe. All we have right now is the cast, but that's all I need, honestly, so far to see that it's going to be phenomenal. Then we have The Batman Part 2, the first one being one of the greatest superhero movies of our generation. So who knows what this one's gonna hold? Why is bro looking at me like that? Let me just go ahead and get all the superhero movies out of the way. The reboot Fantastic Four in the MCU. If you follow me, you know how excited I am for this one. And Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the conclusion to the greatest animated trilogy of all time. And then switching gears, we're also getting Grand Theft Auto 6, a game that we've been waiting for literally a decade now. It's going to be one of the greatest games of all time, the most played game of all time, easily. Oh, but it doesn't end there, because we're also getting Avatar 3, the Minecraft movie starring Jason Momoa, Blade finally in the MCU, Captain America 4, and so many other things that I can't even get into right now. Which of these projects are you most excited about in 2025?
And I had saw Soup's tweet about this, and I'm like, okay, after seeing that TikTok video, no, Soup's got a point, because 2024 is just going to be a filler year. 2025, we're going big. And I thought 2023 to 2024 would take us back to the 2018 to 2019 era. No, it definitely did not. 2023 kind of stanked for me, but maybe it wasn't 2023 to 2024 that'll take us back to that era. It is the 2024 to 2025 that'll take us back to that 2018 to 2019 era. But yeah, back to topic. I absolutely love this movie. I'm extremely excited for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th one, which I'm gonna be like 27 years old, I think? Am I gonna be 27? No, I think I'm probably gonna be 25 years old once the 5th one comes out. I'm gonna be an adult by the time it comes out in 2031, which it sucks that these movies got delayed because we were supposed to get Avatar 3 next year, but hey, they gotta take their time making it extremely perfect, especially with them visual effects, because they are like chef's kiss. But no, I still can't believe the fact that the 5th one will come out by 2031. That doesn't sound real to me. Like, hello? We're still in 2023 here. Like, still though. So yeah, I am now officially an Avatar fan. I am looking forward to the 3rd one. I cannot stop thinking about it, and just... No, yeah, this was a movie that I did not expect to take my #1 spot, but it did. So yeah, this was a movie that, I guess surprised me as well, but still. Basically what I'm trying to say here is that this ended up becoming one of my favorite movies from last year. And, yeah, I cannot wait to see the 3rd one by 2025, and 4th and 5th. We shall see how it goes. And hopefully, you know what, this is something I hope comes true. This is like a promise that I'm making to myself and to my mom. This is like a goal I have in the near future. And that is to take my mom to a world premiere, which would be one of the Avatar films, whether it be 4 or 5. I doubt 3, but 4 and 5 I may have a chance. If I'm able to attend movie premieres, this is something I would like to do with my mom, and that is invite her to a premiere with me for Avatar, because she also loves these movies. And actually, this was her most anticipated movie for this year! Like, I don't know what to say. You know what? That's it. I'm gonna say it right there, but just, yeah, that's my top 10 best movies of 2022. But yeah, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments below. What is your top 10 best movies of 2022? And with that being said, here's my ranking list of all the 2022 films I saw ranked from worst to best. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Most likely my best movies of 2023. Peace out. Oh wait, one more thing. Cue the 2022 big screen wrap-up song by Nerd Out. Which, I will say this. I did not expect we'd be getting another big screen wrap-up from Nerd Out. But I'm glad we did, and I look forward to their 2023 big screen wrap-up. Anyways, peace out!
The 2022 big screen wrap-up. It's been a couple years, but we're back. Another year is done. Another's on the rise. The credits scrolling up for all these films we love. Throw your popcorn in the sky. 2023 around the corner, and 2022, yeah, it's over. We hit the big screen for the main attraction. So let's take a look back at all the lights, camera, action. Go blue or go home. All humanity should've done with their toll. Gotta see in 3D, open sea, a real epic. A Pandora's box that ain't never gonna close. How many paths does it take to make a bad cake? A reboot that really brought a fresh take. The old was good, but the new is iconic. And now I gotta spit some bars about Sonic. First was fast. Final bout for a legendary franchise. It's too bad that they didn't learn from these guys. Over again, can't always make the same thing. That's why this year we're taking it to TV. Diving right back into the upside down. Season 4 got our feet flying off the ground. Running up the hill with no sound. Maybe fire from hell's what we need to save the town. Hello there, a galaxy so far away from it. The show that we've been waiting for. It kinda left me wanting more. If I can pick one, I'm taking Endo. It was a good year for fire and dragons. Fans of fantasy got what they're asking. Or maybe not, lots of haters with passion. Maybe season 2 unites all the factions. Looks like we found our favorite part of the week. I'm Daybreaker Records, cause everyone agrees. An outcast, but I guess I kinda like that. Another year is done. Another's on the rise. The credits credits scrolling up for all these films we love. Throw your popcorn in the sky. Another year is done. Another's on the rise. The credits scrolling up for all these films we love. Throw your popcorn in the sky.
Okay, I don't have enough room left on this thing, but something I must mention before the video ends. I just realized that, oh my god, I forgot to pull off just a good joke for my #1 spot. So, this would have been a good joke, and that would be, say, I did not expect this movie to take my #1 spot, and that'd be Morbius. But no, I did not thought of that, so, wasted opportunity there, damn it me. But no, it would have been a good joke for me to put Morbius on my #1 spot for best movie of 2022. Honestly, no, that's not getting that #1 spot. Avatar 2 takes that #1 spot, so suck it, Morbius.